Guys, crazy things are happening. I mean, crazy and unthinkable things that gets you wondering if the world has already ended and perhaps we are the left ones behind, or whether, you see, I don't even know where to start from with the story, but I'm just gonna start from anywhere, provided I tell you guys the entire story, okay? And if today is your first time on my channel, thank you for tuning in, and I'm really sorry that the first video of me you get to watch is a tragic one. But the reason I decided to bring it on here is because we all can learn from it, because it could have been you and I, God forbid. I thought I would share the story with you guys because there's a thing or two for us to learn from it, all right? And it also helps that you know that this story is a real life story. It's not some kind of a hearsay. This, as a matter of fact, happened to my friend's friend. By my friend, I'm talking about Rachel. If you watch my previous vlog, you must have seen Rachel. We celebrated her birthday. She was all happy. First of all, guys, please ignore whatever noise is coming from the background, okay? I live like right next to the road, so the ambience is just what it is. Yeah, like I was saying, if you've seen my previous vlog, you must have seen Rachel therein. We celebrated her birthday. You know, Rachel is my friend, like I mentioned in the vlog. We were happy and all that good stuff. Now, a day after Rachel's birthday, she decided to reach out to a good friend of hers because, like I said, she's been depressed ever since the day after her birthday. And that is because a day after her birthday, she decided to reach out to a really good friend of hers, whom, according to her, he is a person that wouldn't miss her birthday for anything. He's a good person. He will try to reach out to you in one way or the other, you know. So because she didn't hear from him on her birthday, she decided to call him up to, you know, throw tantrums the way friends normally would. But his number was not connecting, and she decided to reach out to him on Facebook. So upon getting to his Facebook, all she could see was RIP, RIP, RIP. That is, rest in peace. And she was confused. The question is, who wouldn't be? I would be as confused, especially when I didn't know you to be sick, or like, the guy had recently just celebrated the fact that he was engaged. You know, there were congratulatory messages all over Facebook for him, you know, from his friends and loved ones. So, you know, the last time she checked, he was fine. You know, he was celebrating. So she wouldn't have envisioned him being dead, you see. So that explains why when she got to his page and saw that, you know, people were saying rest in peace, Rachel was shaking and so confused. Who wouldn't be though? I mean, who wouldn't be? She decided to reach out to his brother, whom she figured out from his contacts. She went through his contacts, you know, upon seeing the whole rest in peace thing. She went through his contacts to look for his brother, which of course she could figure that was the brother based on their surname. She reached out to the brother because she needed some closure. And she was just like, please, I'm sorry to bother you. What happened to this guy? And the brother was explaining to Rachel what had happened. And in that moment was when I'm like, wait. All along, I thought, because Rachel and I was together when she was trying to find this information, all along I kept saying, Rachel, calm down, you know, because Rachel was really panicking about it. And I'm like, calm down, just, you know, maybe it was an accident or something. But Rachel needed some kind of closure, just to be sane or wrap her head around what had happened. And when we reached out to the brother, guess what? It wasn't an accident as I thought. It happened that the guy had a girl he had dated for a couple of years. Based on what the brother was explaining, he had dated this girl for a while, and they both knew they can't get married. Matter of fact, they had a mutual understanding on that. Now, the reason they couldn't get married was best known to them. So I don't know if I don't know if it was their blood group or whatever it is. The brother did not mention it, okay? But both of them knew that they can't get married and they were cool with it. But they decided to at least date until whenever, you know, the guy decides to settle down or the girl decides to settle down. Now, they dated for that long and eventually broke up. went their separate ways, you know, from what he was explaining, which is why eventually the guy started dating some other person, got engaged, and this ex-girlfriend of his, whom they were dating while having a mutual understanding on the fact that they both cannot get married, you know, reached out to him like, you know, I know we are not dating anymore, but we can still be friends, you know. And the guy was like, okay, that's cool, I mean, not a bad idea. They decided to be friends. Now, one of those days after the guy had gotten engaged, he was meant to be married in this Easter that just passed, okay? And one of those days, this ex-girlfriend of his called him over to hers, and the guy was like, oh no, he wouldn't want to come, he's busy, he's got stuff to do. And the girl goes, you don't want to come, I mean, we don't have to be enemies. If you're really cool with us being friends, why can't you come over? I mean, you don't even know why I'm calling you. I just want you to come around because there's something important I need to show you or tell you, you know, in that light. That's how the brother put it, yeah. And the guy, being who he is, according to what is being explained, he likes to make it up to everybody. He likes to really, he doesn't have the ability to say no. That is what the brother was explaining. And he decided to drive over to the girl's place. And when he got there, the girl came out to see him in his car. While coming into his car, she brought something for them to eat while having a conversation in the car, okay? Because the guy didn't want to go into the girl's house. Probably the girl already knew that the guy wouldn't want to come into her house. She decided to bring whatever they were going to eat in his car. Now, the girl was eating it and offered it to the guy. They were both eating it together and having a conversation. After which, guess what? They both died. Oh my god, just talking about this still gives me goosebumps. Like, that is how they both died, in the car after eating whatever they both ate. They both died. The car was there, it was on for so long, hours upon hours later. The car was still on, it wasn't moving. It was the vigilantes of that that neighborhood who decided to come closer to find out why, ever since this car has been parked here, since it drove here, you know, it hasn't moved, it hasn't picked anybody else, it hasn't opened. So they decided to come closer to find out what is going on, only to realize that both people in the car were dead after eating whatever they ate. Oh my god, who does that? Hey, this thing really freezed me, guys, because I've never really thought that someone would poison something you both would eat so you both can die together. Like, you know, even when we do movies, it's either the girl would poison the guy and then escape, Kama would catch up with her, or justice will be served to her in one way or the other. Or like, I've just, you know what, this is really one of those situations that gets you wondering if Satan is still in hell, because a whole lot of people out here are no longer who they were created to be because they've been possessed. Like, how do you kill a person because you can have him? Killing him doesn't put him in your arms. And what the girl's mother said, she said that the late girl's mom said that the daughter poisoned herself and the young man, that she knows what the daughter can do. And what I'm trying to say in this video is that, guys, sometimes when you're done with a person, right, be done. I understand there's this emotional blackmail about, oh, we don't have to be enemies, we can still be friends. Yes, you don't have to be enemies, but you neither have to be friends though. I know I'm not in a position to give the advice about people not being friends with their exes, because I do have a couple of exes I am still friends with, okay? But we can talk on phone very passively, we can talk on social media very passively, but we don't dine, boo. We don't dine. It's either we are back together and dining, or we are exes, even though we are not enemies, but we are neither friends who link up and dine and eat and have conversations about what? Really? Guys, when you see that one ex that behaves like, if I can't have you, no one else can have you, run away from them. You don't have to be their enemies. Yeah, well, you neither have to be their friend. You see that person that makes you feel like, I'm gonna deal with you. Oftentimes I feel like people in one way or the other show us that they are capable of bringing us so much harm, but we try to make an excuse for them in our head. We try to make it up to the fact that, yeah, this person did this because they were mad, or they did this because they were hurt. I feel like before someone can execute a certain level of damage to you, they must have in one way or the other looked like it, acted like it. So when they show you those kind of signs, keep away. See, if I suspect you can harm me, I keep away. I'd rather be wrong and safe. I'd rather be wrong about the fact that you can kill me, as opposed to trying to make excuses in my head why you're not capable of killing me, until you finally cause me a kind of damage that is beyond repair. You guys, please be careful. People are now, Lucifer no longer stay in hell, I believe. He is most probably out here possessing people that are too weak and getting them to do things that a human being shouldn't. Oh my God, guys, Rachel has been so depressed about this. What's gonna happen to the guy's fiance? Like, guys, I'm gonna end this video right here. I don't know what else to say, but I just decided to share with you guys and urge you guys to please be careful. Believe people when they look like they can harm you. Believe that ex who claim if they can't have you, no one else will, most probably will do something to ensure that no one else does have you. Okay, please stay away from those kind of people. Guys, sometimes when you're done with people, be done. Yes, I'm not gonna sit here, like I said, and post like I'm not friends with my exes. There are some of my exes that I can never be friends with again. I have an ex that I had to block his number, change city, because he was so rich he could literally get anyone to get me. I literally had to change my city because he was always like, if no one has me, he's not, like, if he doesn't have me, no one else will. He would threaten me, he would do all those things, and I had to change my city, change my number and all that stuff, because you don't know what he could do. He might not poison you, but you might come to see him and you guys will get into an argument. He might get violent and kill you before he regrets it. Other people would poison you. Other people would just do things to you that for the rest of your life you can't do anything about the scar, even if you do make it out alive. You see? So please, guys, be really, really careful. When people act like they can hurt you, cut them off. When people act like they can kill you, believe the signs. Believe the signs. Don't make excuses for it in your head. Like, I am so pained. Like, I wish something happened for this guy to just have a change of heart and not go to see this ex of his. Like, she specifically waited for him to get engaged, about to get married. Boom! She strikes. Hey, Jesus Christ, my God. It gave me trust issues about, I've always thought that just because someone is eating something, you can join them and you're safe. Nah, honey. If I don't trust you right now, I'm not even going to trust what you're eating anymore. This story made me like, nah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will end it here. Let me know what you think about what I've said so far. If you agree, let me know in the comment section. If you don't agree, still let me know why you don't agree in the comment section, okay? Take care of yourself. I love you. Bye.